How I made custom parts without knowing how to model. So I recently picked up this old 35mm point and shoot camera, which I'm very excited to use, but there's only one thing. It came without the battery cover. Now that's not a huge deal because this battery actually fits in there pretty well and doesn't come out on its own. And you could always use the tape method, which is clearly what the previous owner did because I can see the tape marks on there. But me being the DIYer that I am, I wanted to use my 3D printers and make a battery cover for this. But I don't know how to model yet. I'm still learning. I can kind of fumble my way through SketchUp. So I went on the typical sites looking for a cover to see if someone had already made one, which they had not. So I kind of just resigned to the fact that I'm gonna have to use the tape method until I remembered there's a tool in my arsenal, which I haven't even used yet, that I think would be perfect for this task. And that tool is this little 3D printing pen. These are typically marketed towards kids, but I've seen some people use them to touch up their prints afterwards, so I figured I might as well pick one up and give it a try. I bought it a long time ago and it's just been sitting in my pile of 3D printing stuff. So today we're gonna break it open and test it out. This is the pen. It's basically just a manual 3D printer. Your filament goes in here at the end, you set your temperature on the front and use this little slider to control the flow of filament. There's no STL file, it's just hand-eye coordination. So you just start drawing whatever you need. So let's try this out on the camera and see if we can make a battery door. Now in order to make this easier to see, I'm gonna use this bright yellow filament. We got our 3D pen plugged in. We're just going to set our temperature real quick. And I'm also gonna put the battery in the camera so I have a backing so I'm actually laying this 3D filament onto something. Now in order to establish the base for this cover, I'm just gonna go all around the opening and lay some filament in there nice and thick, getting in those nooks and crannies. Hopefully this stuff comes out afterwards. I really hope this doesn't just permanently melt into the camera. Then what I'm gonna do next is sort of do a crisscrossing hatch pattern. So I'll do a bunch of vertical lines, then I'll cross over them with horizontal lines. And this will just kind of give me a little bit more of a stronger structure to the whole thing. And then I'll go back over it and just fill in all those gaps, just kind of going through until everything looks nice and covered. And then once I have everything filled in, that's pretty much it. Ooh, man, it's really in there. I hope this isn't permanently stuck. Oh, all right, it came right off, look at that. Now it does kind of look like a packet of ramen before you cook it, but function over fashion. This thing actually came out really well. I mean, it does not want to fall off. And if you really want to secure it, you can see there's 2 screws where the original cover went. I could drill some holes in this and screw it in, but this thing just locks into place, and what's really cool is it doesn't impede on any other functions. Like I can still open the back with no problem. This thing was faster to make than my old ass computer would have even booted up the 3D software. So if it's something that you think is interesting or cool or you want to play around with, they're not expensive. Highly recommend picking this up. Could I awkwardly pick this up any differently? Check it out, it's linked below. So yeah, this little 3D printing pen is